So now I hope 2 sessions completed in the whoops. Just the basics only. Just we are moving a bit slow, very slow, but slowly I will speed up the things. Don't worry about that. Okay, sir. Now everyone in a position to understand what is class, what is object, what is the reference variable. Next, what is constructor? Anyone, can you please tell what is the name of the constructor? Name of the constructor in Python always. What is the name of the constructor, sir? Name of the constructor in Python always. What is that name? Underscore init underscore. It is the fixed name, sir. Do you know? Underscore init underscore. Are you getting, sir? This is the name of the constructor. Next, the self variable. We discussed already. Self variable, right? Okay, and after that normal method. Next, versus constructor. What is the difference between normal method and the constructor? We covered already, sir. 3 or 4 differences I covered in the just a small table form in the last videos, right, sir? Next, after that, even we discussed about types of variables, sir. Can you spell out how many types of variables are allowed in Python class? Anyone, can you please tell what are various types of variables allowed inside Python class? Okay, sir, there are 3 types of variables are allowed. What is the first one, sir? Instance variables. Second one, sir, static variables. Instance variables, second static variables. What is the third one, sir? Local variables, right? Okay, remember that. Next, the first one we discussed about instance variables, right? Okay, make sure, sir. So if the value of a variable, sir, is varied from object to object, if the value of a variable is varied from object to object, such type of variables are called instance variables. Remember that for every object a separate copy by default will be created. Okay, such type of variables are by default considered as instance variables, right, sir? Where we have to declare instance variables, sir? Can you please guide, sir? Where we have to declare instance variables? Okay, we can declare instance variables inside constructor by using self keyword. Remember that, sir. I'm taking class student. Assume that I'm taking class student, sir. Def init. Okay, def init self I'm taking, sir. Here I'm taking self dot name is equal to some Durga I'm taking, sir. Self dot name is equal to Durga. Self dot, okay, roll number is equal to some 101. Next, self dot marks is equal to some 100, like this, sir. You know, this is self dot name, self dot roll number, self dot marks. These things are by default considered, instance variables, right? Remember this one. The variables which are declared inside constructor by using self keyword, these variables are by default considered as instance variables, right? Okay, like sir. Next, and after that, one more thing I have to explain. I hope I covered already, right, sir? In general, we can declare instance variables inside the constructor. This is the general way, sir. Out of 199.99% of the times we are always going to declare here only, sir. But still there is another place is there. Anyone, can you please guide where you can declare instance variables, right? Where you can declare instance variables, right? Even inside instance method also. Have you remembered? Even inside instance method also, sir, even we can declare. Suppose assume the class test. I'm taking, sir, assume the class test self dot a is equal to 10, self dot b is equal to 20, like this I'm taking, sir. Self dot b is equal to 20, like this I'm taking. Next, inside m1 self dot c is equal to 30. Remember, inside c I'm taking self dot c is equal to 30. So now, sir, whenever you are creating an object, t is equal to test, automatically 2 instance variables by default will come. At the time of object creation, automatically these 2 instance variables will come because of constructor. So if you want, you can print, sir. Can you please tell how I can print all available instance variables for t? I forgot, sir. Anyone, can you please tell? Anyone, can you please tell t dot? I want to know all instance variables related to t T dot underscore underscore dict. Remember this one, T dot underscore underscore dict, like this, right? Okay. So now let me execute this code. Matter of just 2 minutes, right? Py test dot py. Are you getting py test dot? So how many variables are there? Only 2 variables are available because we created object, but we are not calling this m1. Suppose if I call m1, sir, if any instance variable declared inside a method, that instance variable will be added to the object once we call that method. So if you call that method, then only this instance variable by default will be added to the object. Now observe, I called this method, then automatically how many instance variables are there? Yes, boss. I called this method. How many instance variables are there? 3 instance variables are there, sir. Now observe that A, B, C by default. Now I want to add the, sir, a new instance variable for T. Possible or not? Yes, we can add instance variables to an object from outside of the class also. T dot D is equal to some 40 I'm taking. Sir, now a new instance variable by default will be added to T, sir. A new instance variable by default will be added to D. Sir, T object. Now, how many variables are there, sir? Observe the 4 variables by default are going to come. So, make sure a bit very important terminology, sir. Observe a bit very carefully about this one. So, where we can declare instance variable, sir, inside constructor, inside instance method, next and after that, outside of the class. These are the 3 places where we can able to declare instance variables. Up to this, any doubt? Yes, we covered this. This was the last point what we discussed in the last session. Correct, right? Yo, any doubt about this one? Any doubt about this one? Yes, because underscore dict means it is going to provide dictionary of all variables related to this object. Okay. Sir, it is a predefined variable. What is this predefined variable, sir? Underscore dict underscore. Sir, have you observed here? This is one predefined variable. This is Python's inbuilt predefined variable. This is also Python's inbuilt predefined variable. This is to represent constructor. This is to represent, sir, all instance variables related to that object. Have you observed? Now the output is coming in the form of dictionary. Dict means what? Dictionary. Sir, first variable name, value. Variable name, value. Variable name, value. Variable name, value. Like this we are going to get. Everyone can able to understand? Yes? Sorry. Okay, sir, now what is the next thing I have to discuss, right? Sir, take a bit very special care. Sir, how to remove? Sir, I want to remove instance variable from an object. Are you getting? Sir, in other languages like Java, these type of languages, we are not having any such type of things, right? Remember that, okay? In other languages like Java, we are not having any such type of problem. Remember that, sir, okay? So, but in Python, if you want, you can able to remove instance variable from an object. No problem at all, sir. Remember how you can able to remove, sir? How to remove instance variable from an object. Sir, I want to remove instance variable from an object, sir. Yes, such a type of facility is there. If you feel that for this object, this instance variable is not applicable. For this object, this instance variable is not applicable. Then automatically, happily we can go for, okay, like, sir, what is that? Del keyword. Remember that. What is that keyword, sir? Del keyword. You can able to use del keyword self dot, sir, variable name. Are you getting? Within the class, if you want to remove del dot self dot variable name, if it is outside of the class, right? If it is outside of the class, then automatically object reference. Are you getting? Object reference dot variable name. Object reference dot variable name. Like this we can able to take. Everyone can able to understand, right? Okay, that's all. This is sir, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of instance variables, right? Okay, how to delete and so on. Sir, just let me go for a small chota example for this, right? Sir, very simple. Observe that. Sir, I'm taking self.a, self.b, self.c, self.c is equal to 30, self dot c is equal to 30, self dot d is equal to 40. So total how many variables are there, sir? 4 instance variables are there, sir. Observe that t is equal to, or t1 is equal to test, t1 is equal to test, t2 is equal to test, sir. t2 is equal to test. Like total 2 objects are available, sir. Let me print, okay, here I'm taking t1, okay, just I'm trying to print t1 related dictionary, sir. t1 underscore underscore dict underscore underscore, like this I'm taking. Similarly, print t2 also, t2 related instance variable list. Can you please print for both the variables, from both for both variable? Have you observed, right? All the 4 variables are coming for both the object. All the 4 instance variables by default are coming, sir. Okay, remember, suppose I thought that array for t1 object c is not applicable. For t1 object c is not applicable. Del t1 dot c, are you getting? Del t1 dot c, automatically c instance variable from t1 by default will be deleted. If you want, you can observe. If you want, you can observe. Yes, man. From t1 c is no longer. A is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, d is equal to 40. Only 3 variables by default available. Now my requirement is, array for d, for t2 d variable is not applicable. For t2 d variable is not applicable. Then automatically del t2 dot d. Are you getting? From t2 object, can you please delete d? Can you please delete d? Like this I want to ask. Then can you please observe that what is the value? From a, c is not there. For t1 c is not there. For t2 d is not there. So based on our requirement, happily we are allowed to delete so instance variables are like. But very fortunate, this type of facility is not applicable, not available in other languages, right? So once I create an object, instance variables always fixed. If you are not assigning value, default values by default will be there. But here no such type of thing. If you want, you can maintain. If you want, you can remove. If you want extra instance variables for that particular object, yes, happily you are allowed to add that. That's all. Sir, is it clear? Yes. Are you in a position to understand? Is it possible? Is it possible to delete a particular instance variable from the given object or not? Yes, sir. Based on our requirement, dynamically you can add instance variables, you can remove instance variables from the object. Both options by default available. That's all, sir. So these are total stories about instance variables. Remember that. Can I use a single word, sir? Just a matter of 2 minutes. Can you please tell what instance variables, what instance variables, instance, what is the meaning of instance variable? Anyone can you please tell? Just the object level variable. For every object, a separate copy by default will be maintained. If I'm creating 10 objects, 10 copies of instance variables by default will be there. That's all, sir. Okay, like next here just there are 2 doubts just before going further. Sir, we can add instance variables to C1 class object from classes from classes C2. Yes, you are allowed to add, no problem at all. Okay, Saujanya, no problem at all. But that object reference you should have. Okay, that object reference you should have. Yes, we are allowed to add, sir. So Saujanya, she is asking this doubt. Sir, can we add instance variables to C1 class object from classes C2? No problem at all. You are allowed to add from outside of the class. Maybe inside another class also you can able to do that. Next, the second doubt is, okay, have a look once. Second doubt, sorry. Second doubt is, yes, sir, this is the second doubt. Observe what happens if we display variable after removal. Very simple, sir. If we display variable after removal, then automatically what will happen, sir? Yes, there is no such type of variable. How I can able to print, man? How I can able to print? Immediately we will get error. Just observe that, sir. T1. Now observe T1 having C variable or not? Can you please observe? T1 having C variable or not? No, because I deleted, sir. T1.c. I'm trying to ask T1.a. Perfectly T1.a, it's going to be there. T1.a 10. Sir, suppose if I'm taking T1.c, sir, from the T1c already deleted, Now I'm trying to access. Automatically what will happen, sir? Test object has no attribute C. Regarding test object has no attribute C. We are going to get the attribute error. Clear? Saujanya, are you able to understand? Next, sir, it is 4 places but not 3. Yeah. Now, so it is also whatever you are telling, sir. Instance variables of C1 object you can add from C2 means, sir, you are adding from outside of the class. No problem at all. Number is not important concept. Sir, up to this is the clear? Yes. Up to this is the clear for all of you, right? Okay. Sir, just yeah. There are some people related to the voice. Yes, there are some issues the people are telling. Just wait for a minute, sir. Wait. Yes. Sir, here just the two doubts I hope got clarified. Sir, Saujanya, I hope you are getting the clarity right. You are allowed to add, sir, instance variables per C1 object from class C2, no problem at all. Next, what happens if we display the variable after removal? Then immediately we are going to get attribute error. That's all. This is the story about instance variables, right? Can I go for, okay, next level, second category, sir? Okay, what is the second category of the variables? Anyone, can you please tell? Yes, first one is the instance variables. What is the second category, sir? The second category is static variables, sir. Very important. Take very special care, sir. A bit danger zone. I told right, a bit danger zone we are going to enter. So make more concentration must be required, sir. Sir, very simple, sir. I took, have you remember, just I took in the last session one student class. Are you getting? I took one student class. Sir, even I created underscore init. Here just I'm taking, sir. Here just take a bit very special care. Def next underscore init. Okay, like a self. For every student, just a name must be required. Next and after that, roll number must be required. Next and after that, okay, do you know just marks are required? Like this, I'm taking, sir. Just self dot name. Okay, forget about marks. Just I'm taking only two variables. Self dot name is equal to name. Next and after that, self dot marks is equal to self dot roll number is equal to roll number. Like I'm taking, sir. Now my question is, how many instance variables are there? How many instance variables are there? Can you spell out, sir? Two instance variables are there. Name and the roll number, right? Sir, now take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Sir, I created first student, second student, third student object, fourth student object, and so on. 600 students I created, right? Okay, assume that. Sir, now first student name is some Durga, roll number is 101. Sir, second student name is sir some Ravi, roll number 102. Like this I'm taking, sir. Next, third student name is some Shiva, roll number 103. Like next last one some Pavan, 104. Like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, now take very special care. Almost around 600 student objects are there. If 600 students are there, how many names are available? How many names are available? 600 names are available. How many roll numbers are available? 600 roll numbers are available. Sir, if the value of a variable is varied from object to object, then we have to declare as instance variable. And for every object, separate copy by default will be created, sir. Remember this one. But suppose if I can ask S1, S2, S3 and last student also. But for all these 600 student objects, college name is fixed or not? Yes, college name is fixed. If the value is always the same, fixed value for all objects, never recommended to declare as instance variable. Because if I declare as instance variable, what will happen? For every object, separate copy, separate copy, separate copy, separate copy, memory waste, performance is going to be down. That's why if the value of a variable is not varied from object to object, such type of variable we can't declare as instance variable because memory waste, performance is going to be down. Then how you can solve these problems are, we have to declare such type of variable at a class level, or getting at a class level, okay, like as static variables, right? Remember this one, such type of variables we have to declare at a class level as a static variable. Those variables are nothing but static variables, right? Then immediately you ask, sir, if I declare a variable at class level instead of object level, what is the advantage, right? Sir, the biggest advantage here is how many copies of college name by default will be created, sir? Only one copy. C name is equal to Durga Sahib. Share this copy for all objects of the class. Share this copy for all objects of the class. That is the biggest advantage of, sir, static variable. Static variable means for total class only one copy, and share that copy for every object of that particular class. But instance variable means for every object a separate copy by default will be created. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, make sure, sir, it is the same behavior as Java's static variable, right? So it's very clear. Yes, man. Are you in a position to understand, right? Sir, very simple. I have one variable is there. Am I required to declare as instance variable or as a static variable? Very simple. Array, your variable value varied from object to object or not? If it is varied from object to object, compulsory we should declare as instance variable. If the value not varied from object to object, such type of variable we have to declare at class level as a static. Okay, like then immediately ask, sir, I can declare instance variable inside constructor by using self keyword, self name. But how I can declare static variables, sir? Very simple, very simple. Within the class, directly you can declare, sir, C name, college name is equal to, just I'm taking Durga Soft. College name is equal to, just I'm taking Durga Soft. Remember that. So this variable is class level variable, but not object level variable. Remember that. So these variables are object related variable, but not class related variables. Remember this one, sir. Sir, this how many copies of these instance variables will be created for every object separate copy. If 600 students are there, 600 names are there, 600 roll numbers are there. But how many copies of static variables will be created? Only one copy. Even you have 600 students also, but for all 600 students, just the only one copy of Durga Soft by default will be created, shared to all objects of the class. Clear? Any explanation is required? Sir, do you want? Yeah, here static such type of words are not applicable. Not applicable because in like Java, here just whatever variable you declared within the class directly, but outside of any method or constructor. Are you getting? I'm not declaring inside a method. I'm not declaring inside a constructor. I'm declaring within the class directly that variable by default class level variable, static variable. Clear? Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, can you please tell the basic difference between static variable and instance variable? Please respond, each and every person. I hope you know already the basic difference between instance variable and static variable. Simple, sir. Instance variable, object related variable. Static variable, class related variable. One thing. Next, instance variable, for every object a separate copy by default will be created. Class variable, okay, for total class only one copy will be created. That's all. This is about what is the static variable and what is the instance variable, the basic idea, right? College name, which is common for all students, static variable. Name of the student varied from object to object, better to keep as instance variable. Okay, like sir, now what is my important question? Take a bit special care, sir. Sir, how I can able to access this static variable? Observe very carefully, sir. How I can able to access static variable, right? Sir, how you can access instance variable? Respond. How you can access instance variable? You can access instance variable. You can access. Access means read, get the value. You can access instance variable within the class by using self. Outside of the class by using object reference. Outside of the class by using object reference. Similarly, how to access static variable? Anyone can you please tell? Ray, respond man. How to access static variable? Static variable. Sir, very simple. You can access either by using object reference or by using class name. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. Either by using object reference or by using class name. But recommended to use, highly recommended to use class name. Remember, you can use either object reference or by class name. No problem at all, sir. But recommended to use class name. Okay, sir, can you please show a small chota example so that we can get? Here, Lajan, class test I'm taking. Here, just I'm taking a is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. Can you please tell what is this variable? I respond. What is this variable? I mean static variable or instance variable? Static class level variable. Remember that, sir, class level variable. Next def underscore init underscore init. Okay, like I'm taking self in the self dot b is equal to 20 I'm taking. Can you please tell what is this variable? I respond. What is this variable, sir? Instance variable, right? Now I'm taking, sir, here t is equal to test. Sir, I created object. Now print of t dot a comma t dot b. Is it possible to access or not? Array, is it possible to access or not? Yes. Static variable we can access. By using object reference or by using class name. No problem at all. Okay. Next, similarly, even static variable I can able to access by using class name also. So, sir, test dot a valid, t dot b, or test dot t dot a, t dot b. Both the things are valid. In both cases, we are going to get same output 1020. Any explanation is required? Up to this is the very clear for you, right? Are you in a position to identify the difference between which is instance variable, which is static variable? Next, how you can able to access. Okay, very clear. Remember. Next, one more point I covered. Already I highlighted. Sir, instance variable versus static variable. What is the basic difference between instance variable and static variable? Please repeat, because I just now within few minutes before I covered. What is the basic difference between instance variable and static variable? In the case of instance variable, of course, instance variables are object related, static variables are class related. Excellent. Instance variable, for every object, separate copy will be created. Correct or not? For every object, separate copy will be created. But static variable, single copy will be created, shared for all objects. Remember that. Okay. Now assume a bit very carefully about, sir, next scenario. What we are going to discuss. Have a look once, sir. I'm taking one static variable is there, one instance variable is there, sir. Now listen this one. T1 is equal to tester. T1 is equal to tester. T2 is equal to tester. Are you getting? T1 is equal to tester. T2 is equal to tester. Sir, how many objects are created? Sir? I respond. How many objects are created? 2 objects. Then how many copies of B will be available? 2 copies. Because it's the instance variable for every object. But how many copies of A will be available? Only 1 copy. Sir, where is the proof? Like that? Okay. Very simple. Okay, what I'm taking. So now tester dot A is equal to 888 I'm taking. Sir, I'm performing change. I'm performing change to static variable. Yes, I'm trying to perform change to static variable, right? Okay, next, I'm performing, sir, now after this, now I'm performing just T1 dot B is equal to 999. T1 dot B is equal to 999. Sir, before this change, let me print T1 state, sir. Okay, I'm trying to print T1 state. What is the T1 dot A? T1 dot A, comma T1 dot B I'm taking. Observe carefully, sir. T1. Can you please tell what is the answer by default you are going to get at this line? Please respond. Please. What is the answer by default you are going to get at this line? Array, respond, man. At this line, 10 followed by 20. 10 followed by 20. Same thing I'm taking for T2 also. Same thing I'm taking for T2 also. T2 dot A, T2 dot B. Can I use the word same output or not? Yes. For the same output only we are going to get, because sir, T1 and T2 same. Now I changed the value of A and I changed the value of B. Now I want to print again same scenario. Can you please guide what is the output we are going to get, sir? Please respond. What is the output by default we are going to get? T1 dot A. What is the answer? T1 dot A, 888, 999. What is the answer in the second case? What is the answer in the second case? First one completed. Now I want to see only second one. What is the answer in the second case? Please respond. Please respond. Good. Guru Prasad, take a bit special care. Partha Sarade, take a bit special care. What is the answer by default you are going to get? Think a bit carefully, man. Instance variable, static variable. Static variable only one copy. Instance variable, for every object separate copy. For every object separate copy. Okay? Listen a bit carefully. Sir, is the value of A changed or not? Yes. If the value of A changed, that change will be available for all objects, because only one copy is there. That's why T2 dot A also will become 888 only. Okay, well. But T1 dot B changed. T1 dot B changed, that's why 999. But it is the instance variable. If you perform any change to the instance variable, that change is applicable only for that particular object. For remaining objects, that change is not going to be applicable, because for every object separate copy of B is there, man. If you are changing T1 of B, how it is going to be affected to T2 dot B? No. What is the answer? Please respond. What is the answer? What is the answer we are going to get? 20. Legend this a bit diagrammatic explanation I will do, so that you people may feel comfortable. Just especially the new members, take a bit special care, sir. Here, one static variable, one instance variable is there. At the beginning, sir, static variable will be created. Now A is equal to 10 got created at the beginning only. A is equal to 10 got created at the beginning. Now T1 is equal to tester, sir. Now T1 is equal to T1. I created one object, sir. If I created an object, only instance variable by default will be created. So B is equal to 20 created. Okay. Sir, T2 is equal to tester. Oh, another test object got created. T2. Next and after that, here B is equal to 20 I'm taking. Just to take a bit special care. This is the memory diagram after these two lines. Now I'm trying to print T1 dot A means the same copy. T1 dot B means the same copy. That's why T1 dot A, T1 dot B 1020. T2 dot A, T2 dot B 1020 by default you are going to get. Next, tester dot A is equal to 888. Oh, tester dot A means this A. So 10 replaced with the 888. Okay. If I perform any change to the static variable, it will reflect for all objects, because how many copies of static variable is there? Only one copy. That's why. Next, T1 dot B is equal to 999. T1 dot B is equal to 999. So T1 dot B only here only it got changed. Only here only it got changed. Sir, if you perform any change to the object variable, it never going to reflect for the remaining objects because for every object separate copy is there. Okay. Sir, now T1 dot A, T1 dot B, T1 dot A, triple A, T1 dot B, 999. Okay. Sir, T2 dot A, T2 dot B, T2 dot A again 888, T2 dot B means 20. Remember, practical proof. How many copies of static variable? Only one copy. How many copies of instance variable? 2 copies. I hope now everyone got basic idea. Yes, ma'am. Everyone got the basic idea. Array, respond. Why you are silent? Are you able to understand, right? Can I execute this code? Can I execute this code? Here, see this one. What is the output? By default, we are going to get the same output, whatever we expected. First time 1020, 1020. After modification 888, 999. But here 888, 20. Okay. So that diagrammatic representation compulsory. You people should aware. Clear? Up to this is the clear, right? Everyone got the basic idea. Vedant, we will come to that point also. Don't worry. Up to this is the clear? You respond, man. If you are silent, I'm not in a position to continue. Because here there are several things I want to show today. Danger zone I told already. Just my intention is keeping some basic idea in your mind up to this. Clear? Okay, that's all. Now, what is static variable? What is instance variable? How many copies of instance variable will be created? How many copies of static variables will be created? Like this, basic top level we got. Very clear, sir. Now, sir, in how many places to declare static variables? Sir, what are various places are there? Various places to declare static variables. Don't get confused, man. Don't get confused. Remember this one. What are various places to declare static variables? In the last session, how many places are there to declare instance variables? Anyone remember? How many places are there to declare instance variables? Anyone, can you please tell? How many places are there? 3 places. Within the constructor or inside instance method, within the constructor by using self keyword. Inside instance method by using self keyword. Outside of class by using object reference. Oh, 3 places are there. How many places are there? Okay, to declare static variables. Place number 1. Within the class directly. Within the class directly. Just now I did right. I respond. Just now I did right. Okay. Sir, now class tester, A is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. Legend this one, sir. I want to print how many static variables are there for the class. If you want to print how many instance variables are there, what I did, sir, print some object reference underscore dict, like this we did to know instance variable. But now I want to know static variable. Instead of object reference, just you can use class name. Okay, just we can use class name. Observe the difference, right? How to print complete dictionary related to a class. Okay, class name dot underscore dictionary. All the methods, constructors, everything by default is going to come, sir. Take very special care, sir. Can you please guide? How many, sir? How many static variables are there? As of now, how many static variables are there? Only one. Where I declared? Within the class directly. Let me cross check. Of course, several things are going to come. All these remaining things we are not required to worry. Sir, now here A is equal to 10. Coming, man. Perfect. A is equal to 10 is coming. Now, second place, right? legend this one. Second place, right? Inside constructor. Possible or not? Inside constructor. Possible or not? Sir, I want to declare instance, not instance, static variable inside constructor. Possible or not? Yes, inside constructor by using class name. Remember that, inside constructor by using class name. Sir, by using sir self variable, it will become instance variable. but I want to use static variable, compulsory we require to use, sir, class name. Remember that. Okay, let me show that also. Def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self self. Now self dot b is equal to 20. Next test dot c is equal to 30. Okay, well, among these two, which is the static variable, which is the instance variable? This is the instance variable, but it is static variable. Remember this one, only C. So now can you please tell us up now, how many static variables are there? Please respond. How many static variables are there? How many static variable? Two variables are there. One is A, second one is C, but not B. But when this C will be created, whenever you are creating an object, because constructor should be required to execute or not? Yes, T is equal to test. I created object also, no problem at all. Now observe that A is equal to 10 is coming, A is equal to 10 is coming. Next one after that, C is equal to 30 is coming. Sir, you can't see B is equal to 20 because B is instance variable. Remember, so second place inside constructor by using class name. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, next, sir, observe that inside instance method by using class name. Inside instance method by using class name. Remember def m1 self keyword. Okay, self dot okay, d is equal to 40. Self dot test dot e is equal to 50. I'm taking test dot e is equal to 50 like this. Can you please confirm how many static variables are there now? Now I'm calling that method also. How many static variables are there? Can you please tell how many? Only 3. This is first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. So A, C, E, only 3 variables are there. And the B and the D are instance variables, you know. Okay. Now, can you please observe? A, C and the E. Perfect. A, C and the E. B and the D are not there. Okay. Now, inside instance method by using class name. Sir, don't get confused. If you are going to refer this video second time or third time, you will get complete picture. Remember. Now, fourth one, sir. Inside class method. Inside class method by using CLS variable. Ayo, what is this? Instance method anyway, sir, related to object. Class method is there related to okay, sir, static variables. Okay, remember that class method is there. But anyway, types of methods there I will discuss. But how to declare? Remember this one? Remember this? Here I'm taking DEF M2. Here I'm going to take CLS variable. Okay, CLS variable. Sir, now inside class method by using CLS variable or class name. You can use either CLS variable or class name. No problem at all. Remember, sir, what is the meaning of this class method and so on? We will discuss, right? Sir, CLS dot here CLS dot F is equal to 60 I'm taking. Next and after that test dot G is equal to 70 I'm taking. But now immediately you ask, sir, have you remembered? Strictly speaking, the name is not important, position is important. All the people, have you remembered, right? Instead of self, can I take any name or not? Array, instead of self, can I take any name or not? Any name or not? Yes. Now I'm taking CLS. It will become instance method only. Right? Then, sir, don't feel it is the instance method. Can you please consider this one as the class method? How you can specify annotation we require to use at the rate class method. at the rate class method. Remember this one, sir. What is this annotation? Anyone can you please tell? At the rate class method. Oh, for any method, if you are taking at the rate class method, remember that it is related to class. Sir, what is this method? What is this method? Yes, man. What is this method? This method itself is nothing but what? Instance method. Sir, now what is the argument we are passing? What is the argument it is taking? Self. Self means what? Reference to current object. Here CLS means reference to current class object. Okay, not the normal object. Class. Referring to current class. Sir, for the current class, add F, add G. Like this, right? Here for object reference, we are going to use self, but for class, we are going to use CLS. Next, is this CLS is the name is the fixed or not? No, any name you can use, sir, like self. You can use XYZ also. Then how you can consider it the class method because of this decorator. Everyone can aware, sir? Everyone can aware because of this decorator. It is considered as class method. Now, let me call this. You may ask, sir, how you can call class method? You can call class method either by class name or by object reference. Good programming practice. Let me call by using class name because you are telling it the class method. Now, please observe carefully. Don't get confused. Don't get confused, sir, because all these words are new. Slowly you are going to get the things. Now observe. What is this one? Array respond. What is this one? What is this one? Constructor. What is this one? Instance method. What is this one? Sir, class method. Sir, not static method. Not static method. Observe. It is the class method. Class method. Now total, how many static variables are there? Can you please confirm? How many static variables are there? Ayo, A is one static variable. Next and after that C. Next and after that E. Next both are static variable because both are like. So, sir, inside a class method by using CLS variable or class name, you can able to do that. Okay, let me execute this code. Am I going to get or not? Can you please observe? A is equal to 10, man. A is equal to 10. Next, C, E, F, G. Have you observed? Last one, G 70. G 70. Like, sir, total, sir, F, G. Next and after that, E, C, A. Total 5 static variables are available. Ayo. Up to this is the clear? In how many places we can declare? In how many places we can declare static variable? At class level, inside constructor, inside instance method, inside class method. Okay, well, remember. As I told, we are in the danger zone, but anyway, most of the Python programmers don't know all these things. But 2 times or 3 times if you are going to learn, definitely you will get perfection, man. Remember. Next, 5th place. Okay, inside static method by inside static method by using class name. Sir, in Python how many methods are there, sir? Keep on you are adding. Don't worry, only 3 methods. Only 3 methods. One is instance method, second one is the class method, last one is what? Third method is static method. Okay, like that. Now I'm taking DEF M3. We are not required to pass any argument. It is just a static utility method. Okay. Now just I'm taking test dot h is equal to 80. I'm taking. But sir, by default, if you are not passing any argument means by default it is considered as static only. But still, if you want explicitly by using decorator, what is that, sir? Static method. By using static method. Observe a bit carefully. This is the static method like. Now, can you please tell, sir, this H also will be added to our static or not? Yes. Observe. Sir, here A is there. C, E, F, G. Where is the H, man? H, because I didn't call this M3. Are you getting? I didn't call this M3. That's why H is not added. How you can call? Test dot M3. You have to call. Then only it will be added, right? Now, are you seeing H is equal to 80 or not? Array respond. Are you seeing H is equal to 80 or not? Yes. So, these Sir, observe. So, but anyway, what is the static class method, instance method? We are going to discuss. We are going to discuss, no problem at all. Remember. Next, some people are asking, sir, can I call T1.m3 or not? Yes, yes, T.m3 or not? Yes, we can call class method and the static method by using object reference also, no problem. But recommended by using class name, because you are telling static method, you are telling it is the class static method, like this you are telling. That's why recommended is the class name. Remember that. Next, one more place is there, sir. Here, from outside of the class, from outside of the class, outside of class by using, from outside of the class by using class name. Sir, if you want to declare a static variable outside of the class, no problem, man, no problem at all. Test dot hi is equal to some 90 I'm taking. That's all. Test dot I is equal to 90 I'm taking. Then automatically, can you please cross check, sir? I is coming or not? Wow, wonderful, man. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, these many places are there. These many places are there to declare, okay, static variables, man. But in general, sir, really, we are going to use all these places or not? No, sir. No. Just convention, you should aware only instance variables means constructor, static variables means inside a class directly. But still, tomorrow, if something goes wrong, how you can able to identify whether it is an instance variable, static variable? You should have clear clarity. That's why I'm covering all these possibilities, right? Sir, clear? Any doubt? Up to this is the clear. Now, sir, I want to access, sir, all these static variables. Is it possible to access by using object reference? Please respond. Is it possible to access by using object reference? Yes, yes. Is it possible to access? Is it possible to access by using class name? Yes, you can get. 1 minute, sir. Let me take print of t dot. Can you please guide, sir? T dot a. You can access t dot a. Next, and after that t dot c, because only static variables I'm taking. T dot c. Next, and after that t dot e, sorry, t dot e, am I doing anywhere mistake? T dot e, what is the next one? T dot e also completed. Static variable t dot e also completed. What is the f and g and then h and then I? So t dot f, next and after the t dot g, t dot I. Are you getting? T dot g h, t dot h comma t dot I. Now observe carefully, sir. Observe a bit carefully. Next, let me show this one. Am I doing any mistake? Can you please cross check? Okay. Now have a look once. Have a look once. 10, 30, 50 and so on. All the static variables you can access by using object reference. No problem at all. Sir, I don't want to use the object reference, sir. I want to access by using class name. I want to access by using class name. No problem at all. Yes, man. Yes. Okay. Now, sir, all these things are possible. Yes, don't get confused. Clear? Now, have a look once. So, we can access static variable. How to access? Either by using object reference or by using class name. Clear? Clear? T dot I, you access already. T dot I is equal to 90. You access already. Priyanka, we can access. Observe, we can access. Access means what? Read operation. We are accessing. We are not modifying. We are not deleting. Observe the words very carefully. We can access. Okay, that's all. So, what are various places are there to declare static variables? Remember that. Okay, so all possible places I showed, even with the example also, right? Next one, how to access static variables. Okay, listen carefully, sir. How to access static variables. Sir, how to access static variables? Very, very simple, sir. Very simple, very simple. Inside How to access? How to access static variables, right? Static variables we can access within the class, within the class, of course, within the constructor, either self you can use or class name we can use. Sir, just observe, I'm taking print of self dot a, print of self dot a, or print of test dot a. Yes, print of test dot a. Inside instance method, you can access inside either by self means object reference only, or by class name. Okay, inside class method, inside class method, you can access either by CLS variable or class name. Inside static method, CLS and self is not available, that's why we can access only like. Next, inside, I mean outside of the class, we can access either by object reference or by class name, either by object reference or by class name. Observe, all places I covered. Inside constructor, how you can access static variable? By using either self keyword or class name. Inside M1 instance method, self or class name. Inside class method, either CLS variable or tester. CLS means point into current class. Self means point into current object. Okay. Next, sir, inside static method by using class name. Sir, am I doing any mistake? Am I doing any mistake? Yes, because we created object, but we are not calling these methods. We are not calling these methods, sir. Okay, what I'm taking? T dot M1, T dot M2, T dot M3. Am I doing any mistake? Can you please confirm? Yes. Instance method by using object reference. Class method by using object reference. Possible or not? Possible or not? Saujanya. Class method by using object reference. Yes. Static method by using object reference. No problem at all. What is the problem? T dot A and so on. Now, if everything goes fine, then in all cases 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, multiple 10s by default we are going to get, sir. Yes, all places 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like you are going to get. Sir, make sure everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, what are various possible ways are there to access? What are various possible ways are there to access static variable? What are various possible places are there to sir, declare static variable? Up to this, any doubt? Sir, I'm sure you people may get a bit confusion, but if you are going to refer second time, automatically all the things will be clear. Don't worry about that. Up to this, any doubt? Please respond. Because types of variables we are commonly use. You should aware the behavior, man, within the class. Clear, right? Can I continue? Are feeling boring? Okay. Sir, just the only thing what you people should aware, types of methods I didn't cover, just aware only two things, sir. Only two things, sir. Instance method is there, class method is there, static method. This part we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, types of methods, that is our next topic only. There I will discuss. Don't worry about that. Okay, like, sir, up to this, within the constructor, how you can access static variable? Either by using self or by using class name. Inside a method, remember, inside method, instance method, either by using self or by class name. Inside the class method, either by CLS variable or class name. Inside static method, by using class name. Outside of the class, by using object reference or by class name. That's all. Excellent, man, up to this. Now, the next cinema. Dangerous point I'm going to cover, sir. First day, most of the people, including myself, also got confusion, right? That confusion, by default, I'm going to resolve. Okay? Take a bit, very, very special care. Where we can modify the value of static variable. Sir, I want to change the value of static variable, sir. What are various places are there? Listen very carefully, sir. What are various places are there to modify the value of static variable? This is about my requirement, right? Now, just take a bit very special care. Where we can access static variable? From anywhere you can access. Where we can modify static variable? Static variable, yes. Saujanya, these points, right? You are talking. Where you can access. Okay? Now, no. Okay? Next up, where we can modify the value of static variable? Sir, a bit dangerous concept. Dangerous concept I'm going to cover. This is take very special care, sir. Observe carefully. Don't get confused. Okay, don't get confused. Just slowly you people are going to get. Okay, so now you can modify static variables anywhere, sir. From anywhere you can modify, but compulsory we require to use class name. Compulsory we should require to use class name if it is a class method CLS variable. So either by using class name or by CLS variable if it is a class method. If it is a class method. Remember, sir, directly conclusion I'm keeping. You can modify the value of static variable either by using class name or by CLS variable, class variable, if it is a class method. Now, observe carefully, sir. Listen this one. So, first day, sir, we got some complete different terminology, sir. What happened? Now, observe that. DEF, I'm taking DEF. Sir, underscore init underscore okay, underscore self I'm taking. Observe carefully, sir. Self I'm taking def underscore init like. Sir, now self dot b is equal to 20 I'm taking. Self dot b is equal to 20 I'm taking, sir. Can you please tell how many static variables are there? Please, more concentration. Just few minutes, sir, please. Can you please tell how many static variables are there? Only one. How many instance variables are there? How many instance variables are there? Only one b is there, sir. If you perform any change to the static variable, automatically that change will be reflected for the remaining objects or not? That change will be reflected to the remaining objects or not? Yes, why not, man? It's always going to be reflected for the remaining objects. Correct. Okay. Now I'm taking T1 is equal to test. T2 is equal to test. I created two objects. T1 dot A is equal to 888. T1 dot B is equal to 999. T1 dot A is equal to 888. T1 dot B is equal to 999. Okay, like I'm taking. Now, what I'm taking? Print of T2 dot A, comma T2 dot B I'm taking. Don't get confused. Think whatever way you are feeling, please tell the answer. What is the answer by default you are going to get? Whatever you are feeling, personal feeling, whatever. Can you please, each and every person should tell some answer. What is the output by default you are going to get? Good. All the people, I want response from everyone. Saujanya, can you please cross check? Can you please cross check? Prudvi, cross check. Priyanka, can you please cross check? Okay, like good. Observe that. So make sure. Sir, I'm not going to create any confusion. Directly I'm coming to straight forward the point. Straight forward. Okay. More concentration, please. Observe that. Where we can modify static variable, anywhere you can modify, but compulsory we should use class name or CLS variable. So we should not use object reference. We should not use object reference or self keyword. Okay. If we use object reference or self keyword, remember that t1 dot a, what it means is there any instance variable is there for t1? Please respond. Is there any instance variable is there for t1? No sir. If instance variable is there, then that value will be replaced with a 888. If instance variable is not there, then for this t1, a is equal to 888 instance variable will be added. So by using object reference, if you are trying to assign like this, sir, a new instance variable 888 will be added to t1. It is not going to modify static variable. Remember, if you want to modify static variable, compulsory you should use class name only. By using object reference or self word, we are not allowed to modify. Static variable. Remember? Now, can you please guide what is the output we are going to get now? Well, now I hope you people got some idea. What is the output by default you are going to get, sir? Yes, I told. So, very simple. Now observe the diagrammatic representation, please. Before our answer, observe the diagrammatic representation. A is equal to 10 static variable. Sir, T1 object got created. T1, okay. Whenever you are creating T1 object, B is equal to 20 created because it is the instance variable. Next, T2 object also created. For this also, B is equal to 20. Like this, another object got created, another instance variable. So, up to this, no doubt at all. T1 dot A, sir, do you know, immediately it will check in the T1, is there any instance variable A? Because it is a modification, not the accessing. Modification. T1 dot A. Is there any instance variable in T1? No, sir. That's why A will be created. What is the value? 888. Okay, 888. Next, T1 dot B. Sir, in the T1, B is already there. Oh, B is there. Can you please replace with the 999? Okay, like that. Now, T2 dot A, T2 dot B. T2 dot A. For T2, A is not available. Automatically from static, it's going to come 10. And then, sir, T2 dot B means 20. So, the output by default, you are going to get 1020, but not 88820. Remember that. If you print T1 dot A and T1 dot B, if you print T1 dot A, T1 dot B, what is the answer by default we are going to get? 888, Sir, make sure, I hope, sir, it is not going to modify the content of the static variable. It is adding an new instance variable A to the T1 object. Everyone can able to understand? Slowly. Okay? Everyone can able to understand? Okay? Like now, observe, let me execute. What is the output by default you are going to get, sir? 1020. But if you print T1 dot A, T1 dot B, T1 dot A, T1 dot B. Now 888, exactly what things are happening internally. Clear, right? Yes. Now you may ask, sir, how I can conclude T1 contain instance variable A. Print of T1, sir, dot underscore dict underscore T2 like this. Now observe, T1 contain how many instance variables? T1 contain how many instance variable? Two, A and B. T2 contain how many instance variables? T2 contain only one. Practical proof. Observe that a bit carefully. T1 contain two instance variable, but T2 contain only one instance variable. So this line created a new instance variables for the T1. Saujanya, I hope are you able to understand? Are you able to see? A is not available in the T2. A is available only in the T1. So for T2, if you are asking T2.A, if you are asking T2.A, static variable is coming because object doesn't contain instance variable. Sir, clear? Some people may ask, sir, why these many loopholes? Why this? Because type is not there. Type is not there. It is the dynamically typed programming language. That's why all these loopholes we have to bear. Don't worry. But anyway, if you are declaring like that, what will happen? So instead of this confusion, if you are a good programmer, I can always use only one word. Array. If you want to modify static variable, better to use class name. If you want to modify static variable, better to use class name. Class name, why you are using object reference? If you are going to use object reference, then automatically the problems by default will come in the picture like this. Are you getting right? Are you in a position to understand? Okay, like, sir, if I can take instead of T1.a, test.a, please guide. Please guide. Sir, what is the answer we are going to get? What is the answer we are going to get? Please guide. 88820, 88820, next 888 999. First time 88820, because for T2 A will be updated. For T1 also A will be updated, B also will be updated. Next for T1 and T2, how many instance variables are there? Only one instance variable, B is equal to like this only. Now observe. Is it clear? 88820, 888 B is equal to 999, B is equal to 20 like that. Yes? Any explanation is required? Okay? You can perform modification anywhere, sir. Anywhere you can perform, but you should use class name only. If you are trying to use self keyword or object reference, instead of modifying static variable, it is always going to create new instance variable. Remember that. Okay? Sir, now one more scenario. Up to this, any doubt? Yes, sir. Just a bit internal things I'm explaining. Don't worry about that. Next up. Static variable and class variable both are same or not? Yes. Unka. We can use class variable and static variable same. Sir, yeah. Can you please, here Saujanya, she is asking this question, sir. Please add the two statements T2.a plus is equal to 1, print T2.a. Good. Saujanya, can I add here? Or do you want me to remove these two lines also? Yeah. Can I? Now I'm not using T2. T1. Leave that. Can you please guide? You have to tell what the answer we are going to get. Omkar, why static method and class level method both are different? We will discuss methods just maybe in the next session. Don't worry. Just concentrate on variables. Saujanya, can you please guess some answer? Yes, sir, this is about my code. Can you please guess some answer? Omkar, don't feel always error, man. What is the problem with that? Perfectly it's going to work. Perfectly it's going to work. Now I want to print test.a also. Please guide. I want to print test.a also. What the answer we are going to get? Saujanya, I'm expecting the answer from you. What's your guess? Whether your guess is correct or not, I have to. T1.a. T1, I removed the line. Oh, you require T1 also? Yeah. Okay. Is it okay? Saujanya, is it your expected code? All the people, can you please tell what the answer? If you are going to answer like this, if you are going to answer for this, then my life will become very easy. So I hope you can able to understand each and everything like. Okay, well, the answer we are going to get, even I too don't know. I too don't know. Let me trace. Let me trace what will happen. But each and every line I'm going to explain, take very special care. Okay, remember, please observe a bit carefully. Observe a bit carefully. Each and every line I'm going to explain, because already I did R&D. I know each and every behavior. Don't worry. Sir, a is equal to 10, static variable created. A is equal to 10. Next, I'm creating T1 and T2. I'm creating T1 and T2. Sir, this is the T1 object. This is the T2 object. Sir, T1 is, sir, B is equal to 20 by default there, because instance variable at the beginning. Next, T2, sir, instance variable B is equal to 20 there. I don't think up to this you are facing some doubt. Okay, sir, these two lines completed. Dangerous line. Saujanya, why she asked this question is a bit tricky. Observe that. Can you please tell T2 dot A plus equal to 1? What is the equivalent line? Anyone, can you please tell what is the equivalent line? T2 dot A is equal to T2 dot A plus 1. T2 dot A plus 1. So now T2 dot A, is the T2 having A? No instance variable. That's why it is going to consider class level 10. 10 plus 1, 11. But 11, it is assigning to T2 dot A. Pass right operation. Right operation means, sir, a separate instance variable for T2 will be created 11. A separate instance variable T2 for the T2, A is equal to 11. Now T2 dot A, 11 is the answer. Tester dot A class variable 10 is the answer. Next, T1 dot A, T1 not having A, that's why class level data only 10 is come in the picture. So 11, 10, 10 is the answer. Saujanya, are you able to understand? Yes? 11, 10, 10. Good. 11, 10, 10 is the answer. Let me cross check. 11, 10, 10. That's all. So if you ever this type of behavior, nothing is there in the types of variables, man. Okay, slowly, first time, right? We may get difficulty. But anyway, if you keep on just legend second time, third time, you may get clear clarity. Can I go for next scenario? Yes, print T1. Yes, you can print. Then print T1 dot dict. Can you please tell how many variables are there for T1 according to our diagram? According to our diagram, how many variables are there for T1? T1. How many instance variables are there? Only one. That is the B. Only one. That is the B. Correct? Saujanya. It is not sharing the value of A, because the reason is this T2 final value will be assigned to instance variable. Final value will be assigned to instance variable of T2. It is not to static variable Priyanka. Final value 11 added separate instance variable for T2. That's why it is not available at class level, not available for T1. It is only T2 specific property. Okay? Yeah. Can I go for next scenario? Yes. Okay, we just practice these things. By tomorrow, I will add some more things. There we are going to discuss. Sir, just a bit difficult, but anyway, don't worry, because Java soups concept, Python soups concept a bit different. Only these types of variables, because types are there. That's why this problem. But once inheritance concept is going to come, Inheritance concept is going to come. Next, the abstraction, all those copy paste of Java only. Don't worry much about that. But anyway, here more time must be required, okay, to digest the things. Okay, don't be hurry. Just more time just for these things better to spend.